Peace. This is Brother Amin Ra, and I'm gonna do a response to your video. First off, I would like to give you, I guess you could say, respect, salutations, and give you homage for putting out that video. I feel that it's very important that a lot of us watch that video. The reason why that is because of the fact a lot of us may not realize it, but because of the subliminal programming of TV, especially with the shows like Hannah Montana and any other TV shows where they show, predominantly white or Caucasian people having all the fun and having the great life and they can do what they want and all of this stuff, and you don't see us in the same predicaments. And if you do, we're either like Keenan and Kel, whether like being buffoons and always screwing up every time we have an idea to do anything. And if we're in a situation where we may be playing, I guess you could say, the friend to a person like a Hannah Montana or any other particular Caucasian person in that position on TV, we're usually out of character. And what I mean by out of character, we are what they would wish us to be, supporting cast member, to glorify them and to allow them to look well. Now, I said all of that to say this. A lot of people, especially some of our black sisters, really don't believe and know or accept that they do hate themselves in a way. Or, well, no, that's a strong word. They dislike an aspect about themselves, okay? See, I grew up in the time where, and I'm 35 years old. Now, before perms got really, really popular with some of the people I grew up around, women would straighten their hair with the straightening comb. This heavy metal comb that you put on the stove and let it heat up, and then you straighten your hair. And I remember, there'd either be owing or ouch and all of that stuff to straighten their hair. Now, we have to also realize that one of the reasons why a lot of our sisters are straightening their hair, it's not necessarily because of the fact that, oh, I want to look good, because there's millions and millions upon millions of women all around the world who wear their hair natural, especially in places like Africa and some of the Pacific Islands, and their hair is gorgeous. However, we have to remember, here in America, if you wish to be a part of the American dream, because you're not going to have the dream, you're just going to be the supporting cast member. In order for you to do that, you have to participate in their game. And in order to participate in their game, you have to wear the uniform. You got to wear the costume. You got to speak the language of the script and all of that stuff. And all of this is based upon what happens at work, in the working environment. So when a sister is wearing a perm also, it's dealing with the fact too that this is the only way that she can integrate. It's not to say that she can't wear her hair natural. However, she doesn't choose to, because it's either getting frowned upon by all the other people that they see in the workplace that don't look like them. And also, it's because of the fact that a lot of our sisters have accepted that this is what it is to look good, or to look great, or to look beautiful. There's been countless of sources of research that have shown that over long periods of time of exposure to perms and other hair care products, right? Those types of products, that what happens is that there is a film that gets formed around the cranium part, and as well as the brain. And what it does, it causes chemical imbalances, especially chemical imbalances of the feminine nature, which has a lot to do with the proper secretion and maintenance of estrogen and all of the other hormones. Now, we have to realize that that's one of the main things they're always advertising on TV now. Take this pill for hormonal imbalance. Take this pill, or get this patch and all of this stuff. The reason why is because of the fact the medical association knew a long ass time ago the long-term effects of this stuff. So when it happened, hey, they already had it together. Or well, take this pill and blah 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 this, and so they're not only fucking us up with the perm, they're fucking us up with the medicine too. So they're fucking you both ways, taking it in the ass and the yoni. That, doesn't make any sense. Now, in the beginning, it may have seemed as though that I was defending our sisters for having to do it. I don't wish for any of you to misinterpret. I wasn't defending them. I was just laying down some of the reasons as to why our sisters will participate in the game or in the theme or the drama of everyday life. However, at the same time, I've also seen how these same perm wearing sisters and all of them will frown upon a sister who walks into the room with her natural hair. Hair is beautiful, hair is gorgeous, blah blah blah, and all of that, and they're looking at her as though she's the enemy, like she did something wrong. No, you did something wrong. She took out the time to have enough care for her hair to do it naturally. And in the long run, I'm not being prejudiced. I would rather have a woman who wears her hair natural than a woman who doesn't. Because when it comes down to it, that sister with the natural hair, psychologically, chemiologically, is going to be well suited for a longer life, especially dealing with children. Because that sister who's wearing her hair natural is not going to teach her child, oh, your hair is nappy, oh, this is unattractive, but look at the girl on TV, look at Beyonce, they're beautiful because they wear their hair like this and they wear their hair like that. We have to realize that for the longest, even before slavery, or even before the physical slavery, we were being subliminally programmed. Slavery occurs in the mind first. You got to make a motherfucker believe that they don't have no power so they can give you theirs. Period. And so that's what we have done. So some of the solutions to this is, number one, we are going to have to monitor what our children are looking at. We're going to have to find cartoons. If you wish for your children to look at cartoons, we're going to have to find those that don't teach our children self-hatred, self-mutilation. Okay? Also, we're going to have to actually talk with our children. There are some of us so-called black revolutionaries or conscious individuals out there that feel that with all the madness in the world and all of this bull crap, we'll still send them to schools and let people who don't give a damn about us teach them. Okay, now if you're going to send them, fine, but when they get home, you got to make sure that you reinforce some things in their head so they can understand what's being done to them. Because if not, we'll have children just like the ones in the video who look at not only the black dog, but subliminally they look at themselves as evil. Is it a wonder why we got a bunch of young men out here who wish to embrace the so-called thug life and would do anything to be one? That's self-hatred. Some of the biggest roles that a lot of us so-called black or Moors have played have been negative stereotypes. We got to remember that, hey, back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, you had brothers out there wearing processors and they were wearing perms too because of what they seen in Superfly movies. Okay? So this is just a little of a whole lot that I can say in response to this video. And once again, I appreciate you for posting it and keep doing your work. Hotel.